Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here is your tarot reading for Gemini season. Lots of potential, lots of areas of growth, but there are some bumps in the road beforehand, before you get to that point. Gemini season is all about new beginnings, new opportunities, trying new things, adaptability, flexibility. So a very expansive time for you this month, which is great to see. I'm going to start in the middle of your reading, if you'll allow me, because we have here the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. And that combination is exactly as I've just expressed. It's new beginnings, it's opportunities for growth, it's things landing in your lap. A really, really abundant and fecund time. So very, very exciting. The Fool card obviously being the very first card in the major arcana. It's an openness to exploring, stepping outside of the comfort zone, and just welcoming everything that life is able to bring. And that is a theme very much echoed with the Ace of Pentacles. The fact that it's the Earth sign would also represent growth in ways that are very manifest, very abundant. So that could be within work, new opportunities to make more money, promotions, or just expansion within the home, or things that we can tangibly feel. So this isn't necessarily an expansion of the mind, expansion of the heart. It doesn't mean that it's not those things as well, but the fact that we have the Ace of Pentacles rather than the Cups, Wands, or Swords indicates that very much. A real suggestion then to take every opportunity that comes. Don't and ah. This is a season to lean much more into the yes than it is into the no. And don't necessarily overanalyze or question too much what might be coming around the corner. And that is really well summarized in the first two cards of your reading, which is the Moon, and the Emperor reversed. We have three major arcana with the Moon, the Emperor, and the Fool, representing quite a expansive month, as I've spoken about, but so too typically when you have lots of major arcana, it shows quite significant shifts or pivots. Excuse me, wet my whistle. So don't necessarily expect this to be a kind of quiet month by any means. The Emperor reversed, I'm going to slightly work backwards. The Emperor reversed, particularly in front of these two cards, that Ace of Pentacles and the Fool, talks about a lack of control, but in a good way. So there is a question that the universe is posing for you this season, Leo, is where am I trying to hold on too tightly? Where am I perhaps being too structured, too orderly, too much in command, and too tyrannical even? That's sometimes the shadow aspect of the archetype of the Emperor. He can need to take command at whatever cost because it makes him feel safe, because the alternative perhaps in his mind leads to chaos or being usurped, or that he is not able to account for every eventuality. So you're really being encouraged this month of what would it look like if you just let go, if you released your grip and really lent into this process of surrender. This is going to be a key word for you this month, Leo. I'm a I'm a sun sign Leo. So as I'm saying all of this, I'm thinking, right, okay, I've got to remember this, Fiongal. It's really, really key. Because if you don't, then unsurprisingly, these new opportunities, the gifts that the universe are trying to hand to you, very much given here. There's the fact that this is coming from the clouds, represents that it's coming from the ether, it's coming from the universe, and this prize, this beautiful pentacle, is trying to be handed to you. But if you're not in this beautifully receptive, open-armed wonder, or with this sense of wonder and awe, and thinking, okay, universe, bring it on, whatever you need to bring. Now, this doesn't mean that we just abandon all of our responsibilities, nor does it mean that we can just sit on our behinds and just wait for things to happen. That's not helpful either. But those times in my life where I have often our distress or our frustrations arise by the fact that our personal will, the things that we want for ourselves, are at odds with the divine will. And that tension of, well, I want this is the way that it's got to go. Whereas if we allow the universe to really take care of it for us, so we have this vision, we know what it is that we're hoping for, and then we allow the universe to take care. Because otherwise, if we keep interceding that, then it halts the progression. So be very clear on your ambitions, be very clear on your intentions, be very clear on your goals. Do turn up, but don't necessarily get too fixated. Good word, because the emperor can very much be fixated. If we're too fixated, then we can't allow these things to bubble up naturally, and that's a real shame. There was something else I wanted to say. Yes, there's that wonderful saying. I can't remember who said it, but you have to sit in the same place every day so inspiration knows where to find you. And the important part of that is that we have to be a co-creator in it. We have to be a participant within that co-creation. We can't just rock up and expect it just to fall into our laps. Loving your Tarotscope so far? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so that you never miss a reading. Drop your favorite emoji or share your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing from you. And check out the pinned comment below to find your rising and moon signs for a full 360 view of your season ahead. You'll also find a quick link to sign up for email alerts so you're always in the loop when a new Tarotscope drops. Now let's get back to your reading. And then firstly, we're starting off with the moon. Now, the moon was seen in Aries as well. I imagine this might be a bit of a running theme for all of the fire signs. If I'm going to be completely honest, I haven't done Sagittarius's reading yet. But go and check out Aries reading because there's certainly some overlaps here, particularly pertinent if you're sun, moon and rising in both Leo and Aries. If you are, let me know in the comments below. But the moon card is all around our fears, the unknown, what's around the corner, our subconscious worlds, our mystery getting the better of us. So don't be surprised if you're stepping into Gemini season with a degree of worry. The fact that Gemini is an air sign and very much attributed to the mental faculties could represent that we are getting slightly stuck in our head and a little bit anxious, a little bit worried. How are things going to fall through? But we're not meant to know the future. I know that's slightly ironic given that I work as a tarot reader and psychic, but they're not fortune-telling modalities. This is the point. We are not meant to know the future because we're co-creating it at all times. So rather than get into that place of worry, get more into that place of excitement. See everything as an opportunity rather than a concern. This is a really, really healthy attitude to be bringing through to Gemini season. And we finish with a card that also showed up in Aries. So there's definitely this bookending in this reading and these overlaps between you and Aries with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups here, because before with Aries it was shown next to the moon, there was a lot of introspection going on that was perhaps unuseful or unhelpful. Here they're separated with this journey of the Emperor reversed, the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool card here. So it's a disruptor. I don't feel that it's so much about these internal battles going on. To me here, the Queen of Cups talks a little bit more about a reflection that happens at the end of Gemini season and an awareness of, oh, look what happens when I do let go. Look what happens when I do let things unfold. I've recently signed a book deal. And interestingly enough, I wrote the proposal for that book deal 4 years ago. And I just put it on the shelf, and people were saying, well, aren't you going to send it out to agents? Aren't you going to send it out to publishers? And I just went, no, when it happens, it happens. And then fast forward 4 years, in the space of a week, I had 2 agents and a publisher get in contact, completely separate from one another, in a week. So I was like, okay, this is the time. And that happened because I had this ability to just let go and trust. I had the vision for the book. I knew it was going to happen, but I also, my intentions and my petitions to the universe was all around bring the right agent and bring the right publisher. And I knew that that was going to take time. So I just fully surrendered, and that led to this really beautiful Queen of Cups moment of, I'm really pleased that I was able to trust both myself and the universe. And there's certainly an assimilation that the Queen of Cups represents here. Also might be talking about just the need to take care of yourself as well this season, Gemini. So rather than just getting too fixated, as the Emperor might represent, it is this ability to go with the flow, but also just having an opportunity to rest, look at what nurtures, look at what we need in order to restore. So there may be little moments of rest and rest, R&R. There we go. Can't remember what the 2 R's are. Let me know in the comments below. Does that help? Does that resonate? Let me know. Do you want to know more about the tarot, learn the tarot for yourself? Well, go and check out my other videos in the video library at Fiongal Official, because I'm going through each of the major arcana one by one, releasing a new video each week, exploring the energies and my perception on each of the cards. So if I've piqued your interest about learning the tarot for yourself, then go and check out those other videos. But until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful Gemini season, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.